Okay, I'm gonna start on my forge now. I've got a ton, you've seen it over there, of just, it's what I call scrap lumber. It's not really scrap, some of it has been reused over for the last 3 or 4 years, just making little portable chicken houses, blah blah, it doesn't matter, just whatever it was for, it's over there. But anyway, I'm gonna take and make my legs out of these 4x4 treated posts. They are 43 inches high. What I did was I measured it out just by doing this. Where would my hand fit in good? There's no specific measurement. I mean, if you're 6'8", 43 may not be good. If you're 4'5", probably gonna be doing a lot of this. So that was my height. You just stick your arm out where it's comfortable for you to be able to reach in and out and bring it back over to where your anvil is going to be at. So that's what I did. So basically 43 is what I came up with, and I'll take and cut this off at 43, and I'll make 4 of those. So I'll be back. Okay, I'm gonna cut two 36 2x6 boards. I'm sure those were 2x6. I know they are, but oh, I'm sorry. These are my 2x8s. I'm gonna cut 3 of those 2x8, and I'll show you what I'm doing with those next. Okay, here's my old forge that I had. It's just an old, it's not a brake drum, it's a brake rotor. Put a saw blade in between it to fill up the gap for the air and stuff to come through, or not be able to come through. Put the 4 bolts, y'all have seen that 1,000 times. If you're looking at this, and you've probably done seen some others. But anyway, it's 19 and 19 and a half, because I'm kind of bold. 19 and a half inches long. So naturally I got to at least come up 22, 23 inches out of that 43. So that's what I'm going to be doing. I am going to be trading it out for a actual brake drum. But I'm going to go ahead and I'll get started on that, marking out my wood, and I'll tell you what that was. But like again, you know, whatever size you're going to be using, you don't have to have this much of a drop from here to here. It could be even this piece right here, it could be put in and just another one of those. But I went with this one because unfortunately it was galvanized. It doesn't heat up very much down into here, but I throwed it in the fire a couple of times, walked off and left it, but it's another story. Okay, here's the box in itself. It's 24 wide here. Naturally it's going to be a little bit because of this right here, but these boards will go inside of it. I've got to put another board right in here, and which is for my supports, but there's going to be some weight in this, and you'll see why in a minute. But I'll put it off centered because I do have to make sure that when I put my actual burner, I'm sorry, it's got a bypass, because if I put it right in the center, then my board's going to hit it, so I've got to get it to where it just bypasses it. So we'll get to that, and then I'm going to take this thing apart. So we'll be back in a minute. Okay, this is not on. What I did was I just notched out a board for my 4x4, and instead of using a bunch of tools, well, I just used a wood chisel to knock and clean it out. It broke this piece off, but it's not going to matter because inside of here, you'll see later on, this is just a support. So I'm going to start screwing this in. I'm going to do the same thing with my boards all the way around, and all the way around when you come back, you're just going to see a box. In a nutshell, build a box. Alright guys, there it is. It's a box. The measurements on it, it's a little high. If I put another one up to here and fill it up, so what I'm going to do is, because I'm going to have that slope down and slope down here with some stuff, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut these off with my Sawzall. So, but that's it. We'll be back in a few minutes. Alright guys, no fun in my little hat. It's cold out here, but I ain't giving up either. It's finally on. It took me longer to actually get this flange on than it did to actually make this whole cotton picking thing. I used the sheet metal, had to come back, and it was off just like 1/8 of an inch. I wasn't about to go back, so I finagled it. But anyway, there you go. This is going down inside of this, and I'll show you in just a second. Okay. Here's where I'm at. So far all I've done Um, the idea that I got this from, he had some fire bricks. He just laid 4 just right underneath it. And I don't have fire bricks, and I'm really not going to go out and give $6 a brick for fire bricks and drive 30 miles or 40 miles just to get them. I had these old bricks laying around. They'll help reduce some of the heat that's going down, but the ground is going to mother most of it. I mean, I'm not going to be blazing away in here anyway. I mean, just little tinkering things that I might want to do. But I'm going to take and fill this up with dirt, but I'm not going to fill, you'll see. I'll be back. I have to charge up this camera anyway, so you'll see. And there's the famous shot. Toodles. Alright guys, she's done. I need to clean out my little pit there, a little burner bowl, whatever. I need to clean that out. I went back, went ahead to finish this up, and what I've done so far, so it's not anything special. I filled the bottom of it up with brick, just regular brick, just basically nothing spectacular. Come back, filled it in with dirt from the yard, dug a hole. I'll figure out what to do with that hole later. I'll make something out of it too. But filled it up with that, came back over it with about 4 inches to 5 inches of red Georgia clay. Once the clay was done, I took and I patted it all down real good. I used the piece that I cut out right here, that moon, half moon, whatever, the U. I used it to just to pack it in there as good as I could with it. Once all that was done, I wet the little U shape and patted it down to kind of get it down, you know, so I don't just clump it out. And then I just came back with my hand in this 29-degree weather, like till it froze. So, but anyway, I came back and rubbed it out with my hand. Time to let it dry. It takes about 3 weeks probably in this cold weather, so we won't be seeing any forging. Gives me time to make my hood for it. So I mean, that's pretty much everything that I can tell you that it is. If anybody knows me, I'm not good with hooking links up. I can't even remember. I lay tools down every day, and I can't. 2 minutes later, I can't even remember where the heck I laid it at, and it's sitting right where I laid it at beside me. But anyway, if I can, I'll try to hook up that link because it's a good channel. It looks like a family. Several things. I mean, it's got a lot of stuff to do with just everyday things that you would want to know how to do, I guess. But that's it, guys and girls. I keep always saying guys because I know there's a few ladies that watch as well. But I appreciate everybody that watches, and we'll catch you on something else. Toodles.